2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, degenerates of all ages, welcome to this menagerie of fools that we have for us today. This is Jabronis United. I am the de facto host, the realer deal, Ryan O'Regan. With me, as always, is the sniper, Kyle Krieger.
Wait,
And
pause. Before you say it, I'm going to do my own intro. This is the one and only Major Day I don't miss.
Bussy.
You need a microphone coming down from the ceiling and go full Kennedy on that one.
Yeah, you need something that has like a little bit more visual impact if you're going to go ahead and do your own.
Okay.
Like, just have like a drink like fall from the sky. There you go.
Ladies and gentlemen,
There you go.
a Major Day I don't miss. Don't even add my last name.
No, but I am going to screen grab that image and maybe doctor it to make it look a little worse, but that'll come at a later date, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight we are talking wrestling and only wrestling because that is what we do here on Wednesday nights. And yes, Wrestledream is the next big pay-per-view coming up from AEW this coming Sunday. We will be doing our predictions list on this. Will Kyle stick with the teeth method? We don't know. We will have to see. But first,
The teeth method is my main way of breaking ties. If I'm unsure of
that's what you wanna
something,
tell
it
yourself,
goes
go
with
right
the
ahead.
teeth.
yes.
Teeth, ladies and gentlemen, it's the teeth.
But
Mr. Teeth, Mr.
first,
Teeth, Mr. Teeth.
all teeth aside, we do
Teethus
have
the
to address
teethus.
the elephant in the room of the past week in
Yep.
wrestling. Obviously, because of the new merger and no other reason that WWE has had with Endeavor and UFC, there have been layoffs. Not just corporate, but talent-wise. We all expected it to happen, and last week was
Unfortunate.
unfortunate and rather surprising as to who was actually selected for some of this stuff. Some of it, yeah, okay, I would say maybe a couple of them are warranted. But for the majority of it, it's a little surprising who was laid off. And considering some of the work they've been doing, I would almost say disingenuously.
Right.
So let me go ahead and pull up the list here that I have.
Who just made the list?
But
right.
I'm just going to say a disclaimer because there were people that were in the organization, which is WWE, that felt offended by certain people like us, not us, but people that are podcasters that so-called was making fun of the certain people that was laid off, and remind everybody that we are totally, sincerely in the mood where we're sadly unfortunate that some of these wrestlers are gone, because we are going to miss them pretty much, because they were talented human beings, and we want to honor that as well, because we don't want people thinking, oh, y'all just know. It's just the fact that, yeah, we say what we say, but at the end of the day, they're still human beings and they still have feelings. Especially most people, that was their dream job, working for WWE. Like, all of us have dream jobs. And for them to be laid off, it is a sad thing. And I just don't want anybody to feel offended about what we about to say. Not about to say, but
I think you're making it sound worse than what we're going to do.
I know, but take it the wrong way. We're trying to be as fair and as sincere as possible.
Yes.
With Day's, I guess,
Disclaimer.
buffer message.
I know it was buffer. I was trying to find the best way to say it, and some of these
Well, that's
people,
the thing. In a circumstance like this, there really aren't many comforting ways to say it. I mean, if you look at the tweets that these people put out, they didn't even say that they were laid off. They just said, we no longer work for WWE.
Right.
You
They
know, that
got
was,
endeavored.
yeah, not that they were let go or they were fired or anything like that. They all pretty much said it the exact same way, which makes me think it's like, it may be more of like a corporate synergy sort of thing, or this may be how
Or
the new branding of TKO addressed them to say,
Mhm.
hey, if you go put out anything, this is how you do it.
either that,
Which,
or it's like they knew it was coming.
yeah, I think,
Like they may have already known that this was going to happen beforehand. So
I
it,
think Rick, I think Riddick Moss, being one of the people, he said he didn't even answer the phone.
yeah, he just knew it was going to happen.
Yeah, he didn't even bother with that.
But it's like, yeah, there are some names on here that you kind of expected to be released. Like, I'm glad Mustafa Ali was able to get his release. Like, he's been pushing for that for a while.
But it came at the worst time, to be honest with
Mm.
you, because he had a match with Dominic Mysterio for the North American title, and now they got to make some adjustments to that. But you was kind of hoping for that match, whether he win or lost. I was kind of hoping
Yeah. Well,
whether he was going to pull it off and win the title.
it felt more like I knew you knew Ali wasn't gonna win that. That was it was kind of like it wasn't like a squash match or anything, but it was basically just say, okay, we'll have Dominic have a title defense. Cool. It'll get some views. Great. Let's bring in Mustafa Ali. And you know what? Actually, I think that is a good time for him to go, because they had him on TV. They had him in a title match. So you know what? It's better than him just disappearing after not seeing him for months on end. So at least he was on TV. While it could have made a very good storyline, it could have made something good out of it. I know he had been pushing for his to be released from his contract for a while now.
But here's the counter to that.
Oh, hold on, guys. Before we get any further into the weeds with Ali, let's go through the list first, just so I
Yes.
can read off all the names here. So
Let's see
this
who
way,
just
everyone
made the
gets to
list.
just do.
Which is the saddest list in
Yeah,
wrestling
the
history.
list of sadness.
Yes. So as of yesterday,
Mhm.
last week, I should say, we have Mustafa Ali, Dolph Ziggler, Riddick Moss, and his fiance Emma,
Mhm.
Aaliyah, Elias, or Ezekiel, however you want to put him,
He played his own brother.
Top Dollar, Rick Boogs, Shelton Benjamin, Bryson Montana, who I'm not sure who they are. I'm guessing an
I think he was
NXT.
a NXT talent.
He was
Okay.
in NXT talent, yeah.
Yeah.
Masay, otherwise known as Dio Brando.
I want to scroll down so the logo isn't covering.
Yeah.
All right. Masay and Mansoor. Hold on. Dana Brooke.
Mhm.
Commander Aziz, who was Dabakato
Mhm.
or Kato.
I was gonna say.
Quincy Elliott.
What
Shanky. Yulisa Leon. Daniel MacArthur.
Mhm.
Kevin Ventura Cortez. And we have to go to page 2 here.
Yep.
Let's see. Alexis Gray, Brooklyn Barlow, and Ikemen Jiro. That was all the main roster cuts and NXT cuts that were done on Thursday. And then,
Yeah.
of course, we also did hear Friday, right before SmackDown, that Matt Riddle was released.
Yes. Though I think that was more of a
eternal type situation.
yes, yeah. What I don't think he was part of the layoffs. His actions made him.
Right, but the timing could be construed as like, hey, while we're at it.
So I will counter you on that one. I don't think that. I think that because of his negative issues with UFC, and it was the merge.
Well, his issues with UFC, his issues with Seth Rollins.
I was about to say, doesn't he have like the triple crown now of getting fired from WWE, Bellator, and UFC?
I mean, who knows if he'll even be allowed at JFK Airport anytime soon? I mean, I don't know, but
I was gonna say it's like him and CM Punk are competing for the most firings in their career.
But you know what? At the end of the day, these are the people we're not going to see anymore. Like, I was shocked about Aaliyah.
Yeah, because okay, just to point out some of them, yeah, Aaliyah, they made such a big deal about Aaliyah during the times when they were talking about there was that one reality show where it was kind of like showing the behind the scenes of NXT and
Yeah.
seeing the development of people. It was like it wasn't tough enough, but I guess it was like tough enough adjacent.
Mm-hmm.
And they made such a big deal about how long Aaliyah had been in development before coming to the roster that when she finally made it, that was like so satisfying.
Mm-hmm.
And yet, I don't know.
Like, was she a bad talent? Nah, she was good. To me, she was okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, she was a fine talent. I think she was on injured list for a while.
But, like Dana Brooke was a shocker. Aaliyah was a shocker.
Well, Dana
Mansoor,
Brooke more so because besides the 24/7 thing,
yeah,
she was actually on a steady roll in NXT. They actually gave her some gimmick stuff that she could work with.
right.
And yet,
Mansoor and Mace, which was a huge shocker because
Yeah.
that one was a shocker to me because it was like, yo, these guys are really good. I just did it. Don't get me wrong. I kind of like the talent, the story, or what direction they was doing with the models. But when
Maximum male models.
Yeah. But when they separated their manager to
well, yeah, they kind of like trimmed off the supporting staff because Max Dupree became LA Knight again. And then Maxine Dupree went over to Alpha Academy.
Right.
And then, well, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, between this whole group, I think it's safe to say that there were people that Triple H liked, and there were people that Vince liked, like Masay and Mansoor, and Rick Boogs. Rick Boogs was definitely a Vince guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And yet, so for him to be ousted, and he's gone ahead and proclaimed that he thinks it was probably a political thing. I'm like, yeah, but Vince is back around. How political can it be?
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
Yeah,
it's
maybe that's why you weren't on camera as recent, but I'd also say since the last time you were paired with anybody, it was Shinsuke,
which was
and now he's bad guy.
Yeah.
So you don't want Rick to be a bad guy. He is such a throwback. Like, yeah, he's got the mustache of Ravishing Rick Rude, but his charisma is just old school.
It's like he was more like a Rick Steiner combined with Rick Rude.
Yeah.
I could see that. That. Yeah.
Elias was a huge shocker because I was just anticipating on him coming back.
Well, they did the whole thing about like him burying Elias and everything, like, but the whole tombstone and the burial plot and the shovel, and then we saw nothing.
Right.
Nothing.
Shelton Benjamin, that was a shocker.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. Shelton Benjamin was not that much of a shocker.
Really?
They have been screwing with him and Cedric Alexander for years now.
Like I expected more Cedric Alexander to be. Shelton Benjamin was a backstage presence, apparently.
Right.
Oh yeah, no, I mean he was a great long-term hand and everything, but
that's
the way they were utilizing him was garbage.
Well, it's like, but that's the thing. It's like, yeah, he wasn't on like he was on camera when they needed someone to be there, someone to fill in, but his main thing was his backstage, the stuff he did backstage, and for like the different groups that were associated with WWE. Like he was at a lot of signings, a lot of charity things. Like his presence, his main presence wasn't in the ring. It was outside the ring doing all like the ambassador stuff.
Right.
Kind of like what Titus O'Neil does.
Right. And unfortunately, because of the merger, you could argue that they may end up going in different directions now with that charitable stuff. So
which is a
they
shame.
may be doing something else. Maybe they don't need as many people. Maybe they're going to have UFC people participate with the WWE people as far as fundraising is concerned. I know, but these are the possibilities now.
Oh, I know, and that's what's going to happen. It's just we're gonna get more crap in the ring like Ronda Rousey. And what the hell was the guy? He was at the greatest Royal Rumble or something like that, facing Bork Laser. Cain Velasquez.
Cain Velasquez when he was Dominic's was Godfather.
Yeah, something like that. It was it's like it means we're gonna get more content like that, which I'm sure it's the thing is the draw for that is fine once in a while, but if it's like a main focus, it's like, why not just watch UFC?
Well,
it's like,
I do find it funny that a certain amount of big guys were let go because of Vince's involvement. You look at someone like Dabakato or Shanky. I liked Shanky. Shanky had moves. Shanky had personality.
The name was absolutely dumb, but in the ring he was good.
Right.
He probably thinks Kyle's dumb.
Oh, fuck him.
Now we're gonna get to the I want to throw this out. The main guy, Dolph Ziggler. This one was more of a huge shocker than everybody else.
This, I think, was probably the biggest kick in the groin, really.
Right.
Yeah, let's just zoom in on the man there.
Yeah, Dolph Ziggler was that one. No, he was the biggest surprise.
Yeah, he was the biggest surprise.
He was definitely the biggest name out of that entire group, but he was also the biggest surprise because he was involved with he was in storylines.
He was tenured.
Yeah, pretty much. But you know what? It's like it's a shame for him.
Well,
I think he did great.
I will say this: not after I saw him on MTV interviewing, I think he got more of an opportunity working for MTV. So technically, he could find. I'm not saying he's not going to be missed because he is definitely going to be missed. It's just that what's going to happen is I see Dolph doing movies. He's going to be utilizing MTV.
Question is though, but now he doesn't have like WWE vouching for him for said movies.
He don't need it because I don't think he needed it.
He's got enough people vouching for him.
Right.
He got the standing ovation from John Cena himself on Twitter.
Right.
No, absolutely. Oh yeah, no, he definitely has a lot of people willing to vouch for him, which is good. No, which is very good.
Go back
honestly, I think a lot of these that people that got released will have some good star power to help him because Shelton Benjamin will have a load of people vouching for him.
Now here's
same thing with Ali.
Now here's the other big person that we're gonna have to bring up. So I need you to move.
I know what you're talking about. I know.
Ronda Rousey.
No, this guy. Top Dollar.
Look, I feel so bad I probably feel bad for Top Dollar more so than I feel for some of the other people because if we're talking about talent that got dogged by the company, Top Dollar got dogged.
And you're right.
Pretty much Hit Row in general did, but Top Dollar did one move and they just crucified him week after week after week over it. It's like you don't do that to talent, especially look, whether or not you're trying to get them over is one thing, but still to go ahead and take something that mind you, have you guys seen the move? Him trying to go over the rope and he just like flopped down on it?
Nah.
Yo, he recovered, all right? It was bad. He didn't fly over the top rope like he wanted to. His waist caught the top rope, and he pretty much just came like, head over feet and landed on his feet, dropped everyone that was pretty much right there at the ring's edge. He didn't hit everybody, obviously, because he didn't fly. But he recovered. Yep. He made that Bumble look good.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Though I do say we should play that clip with some Sarah McLachlan going in the background,
but I don't think it had anything to do with that. I think it had a lot to do.
I think it had everything to do with it.
No.
Because otherwise...
Well, no.
No. Look at what had happened. You still have Adonis, and you still have BFAB.
Yeah, but...
So why aren't they gone?
for now.
Okay, I'm gonna say why they not going.
Well, here's the thing: we survived Titus World Slide.
That was funny.
That was
good.
amazing.
Yeah, but let me explain about Top Dollar. The reason why Top Dollar was released, and Top Dollar knows why he was released. You do not go backstage and run your mouth about certain things.
Yeah.
And
Which
that's
things
what
are you talking about?
he has a history of talking smack about how production is and how things are run. And you're not a big name yet. And I'm not saying that in a way where I'm trying to put him down. And that's why I said the disclaimer, because we're going to get into the nitty gritty of the situation with Top Dollar. Top Dollar has the makings of a good wrestler, a great man. Even if he had hiccups with moves,
He was a great rapper too.
Yeah. And there were wrestlers that did mistakes, like you said, and they're still in the company. But it was his mouth that got him in trouble. And what happened was in the beginning when they released, they felt like, oh, we could release Top Dollar, the whole hit row, because Top Dollar was the cause of it.
Which they had done before.
Right.
They did release all of Hit Row before.
But this time, they can't say, oh, we're going to release Top Dollar and all the Hit Row, because Adonis is a good wrestler. B-Fab is a good manager / wrestler, a decent wrestler. Top Dollar, we don't need that drama. So they eliminate him. So it wasn't about the move that you're talking about to me, because there's been wrestlers that messed up, foot got caught in the rope, landed wrong and everything. Look at
Agreed, but if Vince doesn't like you, then that's going to be it.
Right. He doesn't like Top Dollar because Top Dollar got a mouth. He speaks up.
You know what I want to see for Top Dollar?
What?
I want to see him go to AEW and join Swerve.
Hey,
I want him in the Mogul Embassy.
It might happen, because right now AEW is losing talent at this moment.
Well, I mean, losing talent and letting contracts expire, and probably two different ways of saying it.
Right. Like,
but
like we're going to go to the next reason for all.
There's more than one reason?
No. I'm saying we're going to go to the other reason why AEW are losing wrestlers, because we have who coming to WWE?
Jade Cargill.
Exactly.
I know she signed a multi-year deal, but I can't believe that they would actually let go of this many people in order to make sure that they had enough money, because they were bringing in her. I think, stuff with The Rock would be more to blame.
I think they have the money. They just had to release people that was going to be somewhat of a problem with the UFC people. It had nothing to do with the money aspect, and I'm going to be honest with you. I think it had a lot to do with pleasing UFC.
But who was going to have a problem out of UFC, like especially with the women? Dana Brooke or Emma going to be fighting any women?
No, come, pull out, and I'll tell you what's going to happen. We don't know the circumstances, but I will say this. The male models doesn't fit the image for UFC, especially with Dana White. Boom. Rick Boom. Boogie. Doesn't fit.
Well, what's his full name? It's like Bugovic or something like that.
But some of these talents, and I'm going to be honest, maybe Mustafa Ali, but not really, because they want people that's going to actually make people look good. Dolph Ziggler and Shelton Benjamin, that was a huge shocker. But the rest of them, are they going to make some of those UFC fighters look good in the ring when they make their appearance?
That's true. They don't want
Well, hold on. How many UFC fighters do you think are going to be making an
a
appearance?
lot more than I think you think. But no, Day has a good point. If like these layoffs probably weren't just from Vince's pick. There were probably the other people involved with TKO most likely had a say in a bunch of these.
Right. And I don't think WWE would have laid, especially, come on, I don't think WWE would have laid like Dolph Ziggler, Shelton Benjamin.
Yeah.
Like
it's
those two are, come on, like
well,
I can't.
There are some of these people that are strong talents that make them that yeah, they can certainly put someone over, but they'll look good doing it, which honestly is what you want. But if they're gonna make Conor McGregor or whoever the hell they bring in look like less than them in any shape or form, they don't want that.
Right.
No, I agree.
So they want jobbers.
That makes
they
sense.
want jobbers who are going to job properly.
And then,
No, they
we're
want
not even
squash.
saying jobbers. It's just that we're saying they want wrestlers to pull it all over certain fighters. Even if they lack training, they want them to pull it off.
Yeah.
So if a UFC fighter knows nothing about WWE and wrestling, like look at Mustafa Ali. Dude had a black eye and got injured facing Randy Orton.
Well, Randy Orton can also be a little bit of a short fuse,
That's
too.
true. But guess what? When you have UFC fighters, what you think you're dealing with?
Yeah, but I don't think we're going to have like a Daniel Puder incident where someone's going to go like off script and go in for the business for themselves.
And I'm going to
like
be honest with you. You have some of those fighters that take drugs.
A lot of them.
Wow. Out there.
No, I'm putting it out there. No, like really think about it. You got some of them fighters that actually take drugs. The same stuff that who we should not name was suffering from and made him murder 2 people in his household. Who we should not name.
Yeah.
To me, I don't think he did it, but
well, I mean, he did it.
To what how we know? We weren't there.
Let's not go on the back on track.
Yeah. So,
all right.
But like these wrestlers have to learn how, like they're not, and I'm not saying they have to learn how to take a hit. What I'm saying is you'll have to go against people from UFC. They're not like a Ronda Rousey. At least it was one person. A lot of females had to basically learn to adapt. Same thing as male wrestlers. They have to learn to adapt. They're going to deal with a bunch of UFC fighters. Not just one making an appearance, not just 2. Your partner up with UFC fighters that have to adapt and learn how to basically show them how to be a professional wrestler and a mixed martial art performer.
Yes, but I think you're maybe putting too much weight on the talent that's going to be in the other turnbuckle.
I'm not.
When they really should just be going ahead and doing their proper training, whether at the performance center or, dark matches, whatever have you. And if that's the case, you still have enough room that some of this talent could have been kept.
I agree.
You could help them put those people through the paces.
And I agree with you. And I'm not saying I don't want nobody to leave. What I'm saying is, looking in the eyes of this merge, they just pick the people that they feel as though not going to deliver and make their people look good.
Well, I mean, to take that statement and say it about half of these people, it boggles my mind.
It does too, but dude, most of these people would have been great champions. Like, I'm shocked about Aaliyah. Leah could have been women's champion.
I'm more shocked about Riddick Moss and Emma. You're taking out a whole couple right there. And this isn't like, laying off, AJ Lee when she got married to CM Punk while she was away. This is basically taking off both sides of their income.
No,
I feel for that entire family.
no, and I agree. And it's like going to be a damper because of the fact that, sorry, that
I know it's emotional, man. I know you're getting choked up.
But it's tough. Basically, y'all about to get married, and then you get the pink slip, and it's like a slap in the face. Like, you expected to be with this company that you work hard, especially Emma, after she got laid off and brought back over a mistake.
It's saddening. It is. And of course, we do wish the best for everyone involved, whether main roster, NXT, even the people in the office that were let go beforehand. May you all find something to take care of you for the rest of this year and beyond.
I really think they will. It's just that I think the way it was done was sucky. That's all it was. The way it was done was sucky.
Though sadly, we knew it was going to happen.
It was sucky because
the moment they were acquired, we knew there was going to be a big chunk laid off.
Yeah, but
we knew it. Because their whole job is to increase profits. And what's the best way to increase profits? Oh, let's just get rid of half the roster.
Yeah. And I don't agree with it because
I don't agree with it either.
Part of it was because of the merge.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't need a certain department because the other company got a certain department, I gotta let people go. And I don't agree with that because that's part of your organization.
And it's not like they're going to lower ticket prices.
Exactly.
Nope. They're just they're going to pocket the difference, and that's their goal. And it's unfortunate.
And this is sad times. Like, it really is. Like some people can bounce back and others we don't know. And it's really screwed up. Like, some people now, I think we should put this back up. Ryan, if it's okay. I know.
All right.
Because we're going to go in the fact, where do we think we're going to see these wrestlers at? Or going to?
We could definitely speculate on where they're going to go. Like, personally, I think Dolph Ziggler will pop up in AEW soon enough.
Or, even if it has nothing to do with wrestling, they're probably going to have something.
So.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not just going to be like Virgil and just pop up on every convention.
Oh,
table.
Yes. Everything's okay, Ryan?
I'm working on it because you kind of messed me up here a bit.
I apologize, but it at least we should do something in a way where we see certain wrestlers going to certain organizations, or do we see them going to the entertainment business? Okay, so here's the list. Here's the wrestlers again, and we're bringing it up. I do a
here's the main wrestler.
Yeah. So Rick Boom, I do see him probably going to TNA.
Okay, I can see that with Rick Boogs. He has the look. He definitely has the look that will do fine in TNA.
Well, Impact.
Impact, yeah.
Yeah, Impact.
Elias,
we are.
Elias, I see more AEW or Impact, but more so AEW.
Yes. No, I agree with that. Absolutely.
Shelton Benjamin,
Impact.
Or New Japan. Because he has history in New Japan.
Okay. It's because I know he'll probably pop up on the Indies first and then New Japan. That could work.
or AEW, like
Or,
I said.
less AEW. I think more. Well, you never. Oh, I was gonna say, has Mia Yim been doing anything? Because Keith Lee is on AEW.
So me,
Well, Mia Yim is still connected with AJ and
Okay.
the Good Brothers.
yeah. So she's good. Thank
All right, so she's fine for now. So
Dolph Ziggler, like I said, I see him more going to head towards the entertainment business because number one, he posts on his Instagram about him doing stand-up comedy.
Okay. He'll definitely do that a bit.
Being an ambassador for MTV by interviewing. What is it?
He'll be the reverse Miz.
Huh?
He'll be the reverse Miz.
Exactly. And I did see the movie that he was in with the MTV. I mean, with WWE, which was pretty good. I was kind of surprised him being a police officer. He was a believable cop.
Okay.
Mustafa Ali, I could see him either at AEW or Impact.
I think more AEW. They tend to value higher flyers more.
Yeah.
Like the quick his style. I think would work fine in AEW, like against say like the Lucha Brothers, and a bunch of the other guys there. I think he would fit in really well with that in that environment.
Okay.
Agree or disagree, Ryan?
New Japan.
Okay. Oop. No, New Japan's a good one too.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll pop up on Impact.
No.
But AEW, I would say more than New Japan, but New Japan could definitely fit.
Right. Who's the guy right next to
Commander
Ali?
Aziz.
Commander
Dabakato.
Okay.
Dabakato. Maybe film movies because he got the look of a big guy for an action role.
If not movies, Impact.
Yeah. Shanky, Impact.
Yeah.
Top dollar, I do see him heading into the entertainment industry, in a way. Not just because of rapping. I do see him probably playing certain action films or something as a bouncer.
Honestly, if I'd say more AEW for him, or at least possibly.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because he could be with Swerve.
Mm-hmm. Him and Swerve, I think, would look really good.
Yeah. Mansoor and what's because they call him
before he was renamed as Mace or Mace, he was Dio Brando.
Okay. Mansoor, I do see him doing something else besides any type of wrestling.
Indies, I think he could do, but yeah, he's one of those that has the look that can go outside of wrestling for sure.
Yeah. And Dio Randy, definitely.
Same.
Definitely.
Dio Brando.
Which is I said his name wrong.
Dio Brando.
Dio Brando.
Yeah, with an O at the end, not Brando.
Brando, sorry. Forgive me.
Yeah. Like Marlon Brando, not Randy Alexander.
It was me, Dio.
But
he is an anime fan. That's why he named himself.
Well, no, Dio Brando is from JoJo. That's
I do see him maybe joining AEW, but then I do see him probably going to Hollywood.
Yeah. I just confirmed. Yeah, Dio Brando is the JoJo character name.
Yeah. Rick Moss. I do see him maybe going to Impact, same as Emma.
Okay. Yeah. Honestly, I agree. Like he's like the same type of he's like has like the same type of like building character as Rick Boogs.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, guys. We could continue on and say that these people are going to go to this brand or that brand. It's very possible that some of these people may just be done with wrestling.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean,
absolutely.
In the case of someone like Riddick Moss and Emma, maybe they'll just go back to Australia.
and
Yeah.
the indies
You know,
out there, and maybe New Japan.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But we're just putting it may not be accurate, just to let
Oh
the
yeah,
listeners know. It's just something we're throwing out there that we see.
we're spitballing.
I know, but I'm saying there are always like
Mhm.
additional alternatives, like
Yeah.
with Ziggler.
Dana Brooke, I do see
Oh yeah.
maybe
Dana might get him back into bodybuilding.
yeah, or entertainment business.
Hmm.
I do see Aaliyah going into the entertainment business because she's been modeling, so I do see that.
Honestly, I think Dana Brooke would probably pop up in Impact. She has the look, she has the build. I think if not the entertainment business, Impact for Dana Brooke.
And what about Leah?
Entertainment and maybe indies.
More so entertainment.
Yeah, more so entertainment. But the thing is, Dana Brooke has a better chance of popping up in wrestling still than I think Aaliyah does.
Yeah.
At least at the higher level.
Right. And Aaliyah, she has that look that
Yes.
you could see herself in a film or a movie or
Absolutely.
a show. So
yeah, absolutely.
So in our eyes, there is hope for a lot of these people that were released.
Oh yeah.
But at the same time, remember, these are our opinions. It's not accurate.
We are spitballing here.
Yeah. So I'll be quiet, Ryan.
Never.
Fine, Ryan. Where do you think everyone's gonna go?
Yeah, tell us.
Off into the Phantom Zone?
I think pretty much everyone is going to do what exactly happens to most, if not all, WWE releases. They are going to go off. They are going to thrive. They are going to be better outside of WWE than they were inside of WWE. Because if nothing else, what you can say about all of them is that while they may have had some great high points, especially people like Elias and Ziggler and certainly Benjamin and Ali, all of them, I would say in a broad word, were misused.
Right. And I agree with you 100%.
Yes. Absolutely.
So wherever they go, whatever they do, whether it's independent or they go to a different franchise, whatever it is, they're still going to be in a better place than they were just sitting in catering, waiting to see if something happened.
And you're 100% right with that. Like, I really think these people are going to actually be way better. Not only that, because your resume says you used to work for WWE, is actually going to.
Yeah, no, they will if they want to get another job in wrestling, they absolutely can. They want to get a job in entertainment, they absolutely can. They want to start an OnlyFans, they absolutely can. So it's
if they don't make more money on that than they did.
Look at Mandy Rose.
Otherwise.
My God, she literally says it's literally life-changing money.
She will never have to wrestle
again. Anything again.
Well, I mean, some things. Otherwise, she wouldn't have the OnlyFans.
That's the thing. It's like, honestly, she's made enough on she's made enough on that she could stop doing that and be fine for the rest of her life.
Right. Because I'm going to be honest with you, there's a lot of simps out here.
Okay. Before we start alienating a whole half of our audience here, let's get back to brass tacks. It is well after 10 o'clock now, which means it is time to go over to see what is happening in the world of Dynamite.
We need an explosion transition for this.
Yeah, we need something. Or we could do the whole Dynamite.
You know what? I'm not against that. I do kind of like that idea of using the Black Dynamite music, but we'll have to wait and see about what's going on there. Now, obviously, this was pretty much one of the big go-home shows before Wrestledream on Sunday. You still have Rampage. You still have Collision. Lots of things can happen during those.
I'm so tempted to call it Wrestledreamia.
Yeah. We did get a few developments. We know at least one match was added to the card, which has been added to Kyle's spreadsheet.
The sheet.
So we will get into that later when we do the predictions.
Sheet.
A lot of it was pretty much just talking up what's going to happen, whether it was Sammy Guevara being part of Don Callis' new family,
Which was a shocker.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Sammy's starting to become like Big Show. You know, he'll turn his heel anytime he gets a chance.
All right.
I was gonna say it's like Big Show. He's a lot smaller than him.
Yes, but the
He's
biggest
size
thing about
one
Big
leg,
Show was
Big
that
Show.
he was a flip flopper, and that's pretty much what Sammy is now. Sammy is a flip flopper.
Flippity dippity flop.
He's a flippity flip flop.
Everybody do the flop.
Okay. No. And then we did get an update from Adam Cole in regards to his Ring of Honor tag match with his partner MJF going up against who are they going up against? The Righteous?
Righteous.
The Righteous.
Those
Righteous.
freaky wannabe Bray Wyatt mothers. Because they are weird. They are. That's definitely going to be their gimmick. But unfortunately, Adam Cole is going to have to skip the match this Sunday because after last week's little leg tweak, he does need to have surgery.
And that makes me very
which is
sad.
unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yes. Especially when it's someone like Adam Cole who's already been on the injured list for quite some time until recently. But thankfully, it's nothing head or neck oriented. But
So he's still going to make an appearance at New York Comic Con. What you're saying?
more than likely. I would say he'll be there, but he just probably won't be active in the match. MJF has gone on record as saying if he has to, he will do a handicap match against the Righteous for the belts, which even in that case, I still think they keep it. I mean, I know the Righteous are a decent tag team, but they're still new. I don't think you give them the Ring of Honor tag belts that early.
Unless
So it's one of those things where it depends on whether or not anyone from Roddy's unit of the Kingdom might help. If MJF goes ahead and does do a 2-on-1 match, whether or not there will be outside shenanigans. I'm always up for shenanigans.
Hey, what's the name of that restaurant with all the wacky shit on the wall? You mean shenanigans?
Shenanigans. Yeah.
Okay, I know where you're going with that one, yes. And also, we learned that, now that Rey Fenix is the international champion, he is doing pretty much like a free open. He actually went up against Jeff Jarrett, of all people, and took on his whole crew with Jay Lethal and Santem and who's the little bald one?
Sanjay?
Sanjay Dutt, yes. And he looked fantastic. Like, I know he got the belt under, questionable means, but I like seeing Rey Fenix as a champ, man.
Yeah.
Even injured, he is still pulling off things. Now, what this means for Penta, I don't know. Hopefully, he will be nice and supportive. Hopefully, whenever Pac comes back, he will be good and supportive and not try to take the belt because Pac is crazy. But I like that this Death Triangle, which has had ups and downs with membership and belt ownership and everything, I like that they're still thriving.
Right. So,
Kyle, you good over there? I hear all the time.
Yeah, I'm just updating the match list on the spreadsheet. Don't mind me.
Okay. And of course, we do know that after his successful win against Jarrett tonight, his next opponent is going to be. Is it going to be Matt or? I think which Jackson is it?
I think it's Matt.
Matt or Nat. One of the Young Bucks will be going up against him, which a Young Buck versus Ray Phoenix. That takes me right back to like when him and Omega came back and they started having that like best of 7 for the trios titles. So you know that match is going to be sweet.
I will say this. This reminds me of one of the Young Bucks win that title. It's going to remind me of the Hardy splitting up. And it will be an interesting take because of the fact that you're so used to seeing Nick and Matt together and never separate. Just to have one of them win the title is the downfall of the Young Bucks. Or can be an uplift for the Young Bucks.
Possibly.
But for any
Oh no, it was Nick Jackson. Nick Jackson that one. But yeah, as far as like developments go, aside from like the contract signing that happened at the end of the night, really the biggest thing was like Jay White got attacked.
Wait, what?
And I'm just like, what
happened?
Say what?
Jay White got attacked after talking with MJF in the ring.
Right.
By who?
And I was just dumbfounded, really.
Surprise!
By who?
Who?
We don't know. They were all just clad in like
Who?
don't know. They were just all clad in black bodysuits, looking like other versions of the Green Man from Always Sunny.
The return of a certain group.
That we shall not speak of.
Wait, which group?
The Brody Lee one. Dark Order.
Oh, okay. Well, no, I mean, no. They've had the Dark Order going on. They've had Silver and
yeah, I don't see that. No.
Yeah.
Has anyone been fired in the past 6
wiry.
months that could be making their debut?
Possibility. It's just
what?
What?
Cheerios. SpaghettiOs. SpaghettiOs.
You're supposed to be helping
you. We are. Go. So he takes me off out of all the people. That's right.
Because you're the instigator. I know how it is. I've seen enough schoolyards.
Wait. Hey, Kyle.
Yep.
You ready for it?
I'm ready for it.
That's racist.
Wow.
Oh my.
I am hurt. But all right, since we had the majority of this all leading up to Wrestledream on Sunday, let's go ahead and get into those. Kyle, you are showing us
It's the current blank spreadsheet. So it's the magic list. So
all right.
No particular order.
Okay.
So first one on the list, we got Ricky Starks versus Wheeler Yuta.
Well, zoom in on that if you can, just so we can have everybody see it clearly.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, there we go. A little more.
There we go.
That way we get everyone in.
Perfect.
Yes.
All right. So, who do we got for Ricky Starks versus Wheeler Yuta?
Well, considering this match kind of feels like it's coming out of nowhere, I'm kind of inclined to give it to Ricky.
Okay.
Only because they're obviously setting up Ricky to be like a main event heel.
Ricky Starks yet.
They're setting him up to be a main event heel. They've got Big Bill as his enforcer.
He just
And I've got to admit, he's doing it very
He
well.
is. But also Wheeler. But the thing is, Yuta is part of the Blackpool Combat Club, who has been on the downside again. And if you look at this list, he's the only one of that stable fighting on this show.
Well, that
If
depends
you
on whether or not you
include
count
if you
Daniel.
don't include Bryan Danielson.
Yeah. If anything, Danielson has match of the night automatically.
He's very, very good. And honestly, yeah. I'm putting my pick on that one right away.
Okay.
I don't think they'll have him lose just yet.
I'm going to put down Ricky Bobby. Ricky Bobby. Ricky Bobby. Ricky Stark.
Rocky Bobby.
Exactly. Rocky Bobby is his cousin. Ricky Bobby's cousin, Rocky.
Ricky Starks, man.
If you smell how absolute Ricky Bobby is.
All right. Well, I'm going to be for me, it's like I said, Danielson will probably win. The question is, will they give the win to Yuta? But then again, what you all say is true. They're building up Starks to be a main event guy, especially because they do need a good main event heel again.
Right.
It's like you can't just keep having Jericho. You can't always have like Punk's gone. Samoa Joe is out. Is probably he'll probably pop up here and there, but he's not on this show. So this is a show to build up other people. So you know what? I'm in agreement. I will go with Starks as well.
All right. So that is a wash for that one.
I'm going with Zack Sabre Jr. Zack Sabre Jr.
Okay.
This is tough.
But
so
I'm going with Zack Sabre Jr.
What I'm going to do, since we're not using my share screen to show any pictures, that way we can't judge on teeth. But what I'm going to do,
you don't have anything shown,
is I am going to utilize my Assholes Live Forever drinking dial spinner pin.
Okay.
And you say my teeth method is worse.
He said Joe.
At least I'm actually limiting it to chance, and I'm not judging it on something that has nothing to do with the match. This is just pure luck. Yeah, how is the teeth roster there?
I'm going on this.
They won them points.
There's a method to my madness, sirs.
Yes, I know.
Yes, but you're not allowing me to show any pictures.
You can show pictures if you so desire. Go right ahead.
Go ahead, Ryan. Just say what you want to say.
You are the conductor on this crazy train.
Exactly.
Am I though? Am I really?
Yes.
Technically.
All right. Let me see if I can find a picture of the two. Oh, yeah. This isn't going to help you. They're not showing any of the teeth.
So,
who you think,
Danielson or Sabre? Sabre Jr.
Danielson or Sabre?
Well, Zack Sabre Jr. does look more like Ryan Reynolds than Bryan Danielson, so you could go by that method.
Well, no. I'm gonna spin. I brought up the pin. I'm gonna spin.
Spin the pin.
Spin the pin.
If this is anything about me having to take a drink, then it's going to be Danielson. If it comes up to anything outside of me taking a drink, it'll be Zack Sabre Jr.
It's one of those pins that will always land on drinking, isn't it?
Spin.
No, it's not. No, there are other options.
Spin, darn it, spin.
The longer you take, the more I blend into my background.
We all drink, which means I drink too, which means Danielson. Okay. Though I do want to think that they might just do Sabre for the sake of being good to New Japan. Because this is like their way of saying, thank you, New Japan, thank you, Inoki. This is dedicated to you. So, I mean, if you're going to bring in talent from that roster, they got to get at least one win, right?
We hope.
We hope. I'm just going to go with Sabre Jr.
All right.
All right. So that's 2 Danielsons, 1 Sabre.
Up next, we got FTR, the champions, versus Aussie Open. Will FTR drop the belts?
Never. FTR all day, baby.
See, it's kind of hard to say because really, I feel like Aussie Open was only around recently because they're the ones that gave MJF and Cole the Ring of Honor tag belts. So now we're going to go ahead and give them the AEW tag belts?
I don't think they're going to do it.
Not yet.
It doesn't feel right.
I don't think
FTR's
dropping the belts just yet.
Match.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I'm sure it's going to be a great match. Don't get us wrong, but it feels like a filler match. It feels like this hasn't had the build-up necessary for a title change. Definitely FTR needs something a little bit more grander, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing against Aussie Open. Don't come at me in the comments. Don't come at me on social media. I'm just saying, Aussie Open, you're just here.
I'm conflicted because there
over what?
Everything and anything.
Because you got MJF trying to ride solo in this one.
Yeah, MJF versus the Righteous.
Because I don't think it's time for Righteous to win the belts.
It could be. But the thing is, right now, MJF is on fire. And I don't think they'll have him lose the titles in this particular handicap match.
Right.
In a maybe in the next main show after they have time to build the story up a bit.
Yeah.
But I think they're going to keep the belts on him for now.
I hate him, but I will respect the fact that he will win.
Okay. It's on you, Ryan, again.
Do I want to agree with everybody again, or do I want to be the difficult one?
It's up to you.
Let's go to the wheel.
Do what you feel will be correct.
Exactly.
All right.
If it's a wash, it's a wash. Then that just means that we all are on the same page. That's all.
All right.
We're all on the same Adam page.
If I drink, MJF. If I don't,
you're just going to drink.
The Righteous.
You just want to drink.
Yeah.
Either way, you're going to drink.
I drink. So we're going MJF.
Cool.
He joined the dark side.
All right, we got up next. We got Jericho and the Golden Lovers versus the Don Callis family.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
See,
it's Omega and Ibushi.
We know. Right. I know. It's just the fact
it's for the fans to know.
I know, but this is a hard decision because Don Callis' family is known for underhanded stuff.
Yes,
did it constantly.
We got it, but not only that, they have the new member of Sammy Guevara. They have Takashita, Guevara, and Ospreay. So,
yeah, Ospreay is like pretty much the wild card here. Because here's the thing: if you look at it from both sides, Omega, Ibushi, and Jericho have been on their own little bit of a losing streak.
They have been, but not only, but not just that. It's like thinking storyline wise.
Jericho and the Golden Lovers.
Yes. Yeah, I don't think Jericho will get the win. Oh, it's like right now, this is the type of match that has essentially two storylines going at the same time.
Right.
You have the Jericho and Guevara feud still going back and forth, Jericho take? Jericho took the first one, I think.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, Jericho took the first one in the previous show. And
right.
But Ibushi and Omega have been getting hounded by Takeshita and or Takeshita and Don Salas. So I think that's going to continue, and I think that Guevara will get the win over Jericho in this one to even the count for a grand finale in the future. So I'm going to go with Don Cialis for this one.
I'm going with the Golden Lovers in Jericho for some strange reason. I got my spider
For some strange reason.
spider senses are tingling.
So wait, you mock me and the dial, but the spider sense is okay.
All right, we got one Don Cialis, one Golden Jericho, and what do you got?
So you're right.
We're giving you the finishers for each of these.
Oh, so I'm the cleaner.
Or would you prefer to go first next
I'm the
round?
Omega in that case. All right. I do have to say, if they're going to go ahead and make this Callis family thing viable, then they do have to, stay dirty trick people. They got to be that Ric Flair type. However, I do believe that Omega and Ibushi are due. So I'm going to go with Golden Lovers.
And Jericho.
And Jericho, yeah. Jericho will be there. I don't think Jericho is going to get the pin. I think, if anything, Omega will probably get the pin over one of them.
And
Maybe not Ospreay,
Jericho and
either.
Guevara will probably just fight each other into the backstage and never be seen again.
Yeah.
It's possible. So, if anything, yeah, I want Omega to get the pin, if nothing else.
This one,
honestly, I think Guevara will get the pin on this one.
Well, that's because you're choosing that team.
Yeah.
But
that's the basis of my pick. I think Guevara will get the pin over Jericho, and leave the rest as undecided for this one.
Okay, so we're gonna go with the AEW TNT title.
The champion of Christian Cage
versus Darby.
Now official champion Christian Cage.
Yes, now official champion. Ryan, would you like to go first, or Davion, would you like to go first?
Okay, I will explain my reason. Darby Allin doesn't necessarily need the TNA title, but I do feel as though it's going to be so close that Darby Allin going to look like he's going to win, but I have a feeling that somebody's going to interfere in this, and it's going to be his people. So I'm going to go with Christian Cage.
Okay.
Yeah, see, that's the thing with this match. I mean, while you do have Cage versus Allen, you have so many outside elements too. You've got Luchasaurus.
Yeah.
You've got Nick Wayne. You've got Sting. You've got potentially Edge if they sign the contract before Sunday.
I would love to see that. You know what? That actually, you bring that up. That is a very interesting angle. I like it.
That is a very interesting angle.
I like it.
I'm sticking with.
I know there's been reports about assigning a contract with him soon, or that it's still in the progress, but it's looking good. Can they get it done before Sunday? If anyone could, it would be Tony.
Just basically jet Edge over, not leave him at the airport, and
learn from your mistakes, Tony. Learn from your mistakes.
Send a car, send an Uber. You can afford it.
Get a Segway. Let him just ride out with arm straps.
You got the money.
T-posing all the way to the ring
from that trailer. But no, that isn't. Ooh.
But the question is, whose side is he going to be on?
At first, when he appears, I think it's going to be Cage.
Okay.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
It could be a swerve. Absolutely. It could be a twist.
Well, no, swerve's in a different match.
It could be a twist. Absolutely. It could be a surprise. It's Edge, and then he executes Christian Cage and everyone's like, "Oh
But I do think Christian Cage is going to win the title. Hold on.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna go Cage on this. For him, I mean, yes, he's been holding the belt, but now that he actually owns
Mhm.
it, for him to just go ahead and lose it so quickly, I don't see that
Correct.
happening.
no, not yet." Well, they did that with Sheeta.
Yeah, but that's a different scenario because it was in London.
Well,
Yeah, there's really like no reason for Allen to have the belt at this
Yeah.
point.
no, I do agree, but yes, I am going with Cage because but it's like I would love to see an Edge pop up and give Cage the win. That would be awesome.
Yes.
That would
Right.
result in a very awesome crowd. The crowd won't know whether to cheer or boo.
Right. So the next match,
The
Ring of
ROH
Honor.
NJPW Strong Openweight title.
Eddie Kingston versus Shibata.
Shibata bread. Yeah.
Katsuyori.
I'm going with Kingston.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard not to after that
Mhm.
phenomenal match that he had with
Yeah.
Claudio.
A lot of these matches are fresh off title win
Right.
spots. So it's like, are they gonna have just like a status quo show? It feels like it. It's like there is one title that I think will change hands, but yeah, it's not Eddie Kingston and Shibata. He's not dropping it.
No, it's the one that's coming up, I'm sure.
You
I
really
guess.
think Julia Hart is going to win the AEW TBS title?
Hell yeah!
She's on an undefeated. She's on a major undefeated streak.
But
And while yes,
and she's
Statlander did break an undefeated streak, it's no. I think this is a very good time for Hart to win it, especially with House of Black around. So
Chris,
Plus, that aside,
still no teeth.
just look at her.
I am all
don't get
for
me
that. one.
wrong. Don't get me wrong. Julia Hart is a jaw dropper.
There's a
Oh,
lot
I'm not
of
even
jaw
talking
droppers,
like
but that's beside the
attractiveness
point.
wise. I'm just saying like mood. Like she's like Liv Morgan, but like gothic. And I'm just like, I am here for that.
Yeah, but no, I'm gonna follow my heart and go with Julia Hart.
This is a hard decision because
A heart decision.
No, it's not.
a heart decision, but
No.
what you say, Ryan?
I mean, just look at the stats, Lander, and Julia will win. Statlander is not going to be the one to break this undefeated streak. I am sorry. It's bad enough that, she had to beat Jade Cargill, but that's because they had plans for Jade Cargill. Otherwise, I think if she was staying, she would have taken that belt off of Chris.
All right, so Ryan's
Best
saying
laid plans didn't work.
Julia Hart. So put down Julia Hart for Ryan.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the fence on this.
Are you a heartbreaker?
Or are you landing in the stat?
I see. This is a tough one.
I'm rifting. All right, don't shake my hand.
I don't think it's time. Chris Statlander.
Okay, so not only is she retaining, but she's stopping Julia Hart's undefeated
Yeah,
streak.
I don't think it's happening.
Okay. She'll be the streak breaker.
I don't know.
Heartbreaker, streak breaker. So this one is the next one though.
Don't you mess around with me. You're a
Heartbreaker. But no,
Sorry.
then the next one has room for some variance. This one is the Clustercluck
in the
match.
land of too many tag teams.
Wait.
The quad tag team match between the Young Bucks, the Guns, the Lucha Bros, and Orange Cassidy / Hook.
So what is this for? Like, this is just
It's
filler?
for a number one
Basically,
contender.
the winner gets
It's basically the number one
tag title
contenders
shot.
for the AEW World Tag Championship.
Well, no. It's not for number one.
Or the winning
contendership.
team gets a future match.
Yeah, anytime they want. It's basically like Money in the
Tag team
Bank.
Money in the Bank. Okay.
Orange Cassidy and Hook.
Okay. Cassidy did deliver the winning blow tonight.
Orange Cassidy and Hook. Put it down. Orange Cassidy and Hook. Or not. You change that. No, change the name. Change the name to Orange Hook.
Orange Hook? Not Hook
No,
Cassidy?
Orange Hook. No, Orange Hook. Just put it as Orange Hook.
No. Call them Freshly Hooked.
Orange Hook. Orange Hook. Because you got that orange and you got that hook. So that Orange Hook.
Hook juice.
No,
Hook
Orange
punch.
Hook. Orange Hook. Just put it Orange Hook.
Hooksicle.
Just put Orange Hook.
He's gonna put down whatever name he feels comfortable with at this Orange Right Hook.
No,
There
just
we
leave
go.
the orange. All right, just put it Cassidy and Hook. Jesus Christ, Cassidy and Hook.
All right. While you're figuring out what name to call them, this is gonna sound weird, but I think I'm gonna choose the Guns. Their association with Bullet Club Gold has really helped the Guns in the last couple of months, and if we're saying that FTR is going to retain the belts, and considering Bullet Club Gold already had their stint against FTR, I can see this being like part 2 of that story, you know? Of the Guns going ahead, needing maybe Jay and what's his name? CJ Parker. What's his face?
Juice Robinson?
Juice Robinson. How is Juice Robinson not with Orange Cassidy? But...
See, you just straight up orange juice right there. Yeah,
that's perfect. But yeah, no, I'd like to see the Guns keep this story going for FTR, because at least that's a build up that will have some meat on it.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's like, book it, for God's sake, book it.
All right, so what do you have in store, Kyle?
Oh, for me, well, let's see. It's like, I don't think it's going to be Young Bucks.
Yeah,
they're just the name in there. Lucha Bros definitely has a chance. I think they have a better chance than the Guns, but Orange Cassidy and Hook are the tag team that we didn't know we wanted. And it's like,
I still don't.
It's like I see them making a title push in the future, because the whoever's doing the booking loves Hook. So it's as much as it's like I want to be different, but I am going with Cassidy and Hook.
the Orange Hook, hey, Orange Hook.
No. If this is Kyle's choice, he still has to name it something different.
Orange Hook. Orange Hook.
Nah, I'm doing Cassidy and Hook. I wrote it down that way the first time. But no, it's
Okay.
like,
and
I
match.
do expect the like out of all these, the newly established team to pop in there, because Cassidy doesn't have his title anymore, but he's still incredibly popular. Hook is still being booked incredibly popularly and
incredibly powerful.
It's like, yeah, I think we're gonna see a Cassidy and Hook get the title shot in the future. I think so. It was between them or the Lucha Bros, and honestly, between the two, I think it's going to be Cassidy Hook.
All right, we'll see. We'll
Indeed.
see.
Now the
So
fun.
the final one of the matches that we know about would be Hangman Adam Page versus Swerve Strickland.
This one, I really have no
yeah,
idea.
yeah, me neither. This one feels like this feels like either a buffer match or a pre-show match.
Well, yeah, they did the contract signing tonight on
did.
Dynamite to build things up.
Okay, this is kind of
But-
it. Well, the thing is, speaking of contract matches and building up, where the hell is Miro? It's like he had the match against Powerhouse Hobbs and then he's disappeared again.
Well, CJ's there talking for the both of them at the
Okay.
moment.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Once CJ actually has a client, then you'll see Miro pop up.
Oh god, this one is hard.
Well,
Hangman Adam Page or
All right. If I drink, Swerve.
I am going with Swerve.
No. If I drink, Hangman, because that makes more sense. If anybody else drinks, Swerve.
Personally, I'm going with Strickland because it's like I think we have a lot of happy wins tonight.
Ooh. I have you drink, being you, not me. So I gotta go Swerve.
I'm going to be the odd one out.
Okay.
Hangman Adam Page.
Alrighty.
Which is as fair of a pick.
Honestly, this one is a coin flip.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Because the thing is, obviously, well, they want to try to build Page back up to his former status, which I understand. But
they also need to do that with Strickland too.
Yeah, no, but that's the thing. After that casket match,
he's been buried.
Swerve's got my vote. Yeah. It's like he proved himself to be as competent as any other person you could put in that ring. He's not just, the guy who was feuding with Keith Lee.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's I think it's time to try to build him back up again.
Yeah.
It's like it went down and now it needs to go back up. Page is still up there, so it's like I think this storyline wise, I'd give it to Strickland.
But as far as popularity wise, you would say
I'd still say it's a bit of a coin flip because Strickland's a great heel.
Yeah.
So you can't really go by popularity when they're basically booed.
Right.
Unless your name is The Rock. Yeah. You're not really gonna Yeah.
Yeah, I would say for the most part, all the heel factions are really well done.
Which is a
between
good
Bullet
thing.
Club Gold. Between Bullet Club Gold, Mogul Embassy. I'd say the only one that's kind of like, shit and get lost is like QTV.
Right now, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like like I've said in the past, there's a difference between heat and bad heat.
Right.
It's like if your heel is getting booed, you definitely want him to get booed, but it's like you want him to have the anger, rage, like I want you to lose booed, not the boo, we're so fucking tired of you. Boo.
I was saying boo earns.
AKA Roman Reigns. But it's like we want good heat. We want natural heat. We don't want force feed heat. We don't want we're tired of you heat.
You're sounding like a spokesman for the oil company. It's like
we want good heat.
We want good heat, damn it.
We want your house
none of that
to be
solar
warm
shit
in the winter. So let us destroy all your forests.
Oh my god.
But yes.
But yeah, no, it's one of those things where it's like there's a difference between getting a tan and getting burned. So I would say if there was going to be any heel that would get over on Page and it would be accurate, I mean, if you look at the singles heels now, whether it be Christian or anyone else, yeah, no, it's got to be Swerve. Swerve, I want to be like the biggest heel in
And
AEW.
and it's like, yeah. And well, then you also have the AR Fox stuff too, involving him.
Well, yeah, there's a question of whether or not that will play in any at
Because
all.
we
But I would
haven't
say
seen
AR
him in a
Fox is
while.
probably more going to play into Darby's
Mhm.
match than Swerve's match.
Well, we haven't seen AR in a while.
And really, it
No,
makes
no,
more
we
sense
haven't.
for him to go after Strickland because
Strickland first. So if he does appear in this and helps give Paige the win, that could be a storyline too.
correct.
So it really is a coin flip for this match.
More so, surprisingly, than Danielson Sabre, I would say.
I agree.
Yeah.
Well, no, Danielson
mind you, we've been waiting
Danielson's
around.
going to win that. He's not going to lose with this kind of push that he's been getting.
Saberson. Sabres Jr. What you talking about? Sabre Jr.
Sabreson.
All right, so
Sabreson.
let's just look at the list one more time and just see what the variance is here.
So,
We agree on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
6.
5 matches.
No, only 5.
No,
We got
2, 3.
Starks, FTR, MJF, Cage, and Kingston.
Gotcha. Yeah. So that is 5. My bad.
Yep. So we have half. It's half.
Right.
And there are.
Right.
Let's see. There are. It's like there's 2 for 1. So we have Day's the different one for this one. I'm the different one from this one.
Day is different from now.
Yeah, you're the different one for TBS and Paige, and Ryan is the different one for the guns and the Hook City or whatever we're calling it.
Hook City.
No, it's not Hook City. It's Orange Hook, man. Orange
Atrocity.
The Orange Hook.
All right. So essentially, this one's probably going to be a little bit more of a nail biter.
Yep. It's like the difference between like 1 or 2 matches is going to decide it.
Mm-hmm.
So, but on the other hand, Day can just wipe us both out because he's the unique one for more of the matches.
He's the special little child. Yes.
So like I said, it's like I'm the unique one for one match, and Ryan's the unique one for another match. But
Day gets the gold star.
He is going to be the standard deviation.
He's the merry little prankster.
Man, like I said, win, lose, or draw, we're doing this for fun.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yes, but we
Most
also
people
would
think.
like to defeat you.
Kyle already beaten. Kyle's the one that we gotta look at.
You can team up against me.
I know, but that's why I've got to be on Kyle's level. So that's why with him I've agreed more than with you. So this way I can at least keep pace.
Or it could be the other way around. You're going to bring me down.
Look, if you're brought down, it wasn't me. It was the wheel.
Okay, R. Kelly. It wasn't me.
What? Wait, how did we get to R. Kelly?
Because he said it wasn't me.
That was
Close
Shaggy.
enough.
Wow. No,
In terms of music sound, no.
No.
Mine,
We are
I know
not
the
comparing
difference
Shaggy to goddamn
My,
R. Kelly.
my,
We are not.
my girlfriend in high school listened to those two non-stop. And it drove me goddamn crazy.
Picture this, you got butt naked and I got arrested. No, it's not the
In the
same.
closet.
Shug!
He's in the closet too.
Shove it.
Then you get out his gun.
Go boom, 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 bombastic. No.
Right, chick bombastic.
And day is
Wait.
done.
And boom, there goes the dynamite.
Okay.
Yes.
On-
No.
On that
Yep.
note,
Never go full Shaggy.
Before we go, I do just want to go ahead and say one quick thing on behalf of everyone here at Stream Club
We're sorry
Combat.
for offending you.
Yeah. I do want to say thank you for everyone that showed up to Danger Zone last weekend. It was a success, and we have nothing but great things to say about the event. More than likely, we will be holding one again. But if it wasn't for you folks coming along, joining up, watching the event, not just for ourselves, but for all those professional fighters that went ahead and got some eyes on them that night. I know it means the world to them, and it means the world to us that you were going ahead and participating in that evening. So, again, thank you for everyone that came and watched. And like I said, we will be doing more in the future. So do subscribe, share, stay tuned, and we will let you know when the next one comes up. But that being said, as far as wrestling is concerned, we've done our predictions for Wrestledream. We are not doing NXT No Mercy because that is developmental, and I feel bad betting on developmental.
Those storylines can go any which way,
Right?
Because that's where they try stuff. But then again, with the takeover, who knows? So we will. The jury is still out on that one.
Yeah.
So
it's one of those things like if they're willing to actually call NXT an actual brand rather than still their developmental division where people get called up to the main roster, then I will treat it as an equivalent.
Remember when NXT blew the main roster shows out of the damn water?
Yeah, absolutely. That was, even when it was developmental, you could honestly say it was probably the best wrestling that was out there.
Yeah.
It was a good time while it lasted.
Those were the good old days.
So we'll see if the new merger says anything for NXT in regards to its importance in the brand. But until then, we will not be doing NXT stuff. We'll maybe talk about some things if it shows up on Tuesdays, but as far as the pay-per-views, that is not
if
part of
there's
our
an NXT match on a major pay-per-view, maybe. But we're only sticking to the major pay-per-views.
Yeah, like if, say, the next WWE pay-per-view has Becky Lynch versus Tiffany Stratton for the belt, then absolutely,
Or if they come out with R. Kelly versus Shaggy. Who knows?
Mr. Wobble Wobble.
Apparently that's not happening for a few years until he gets out.
It's a real cage match.
No, God, no. Oh, no.
Next time on Celebrity Deathmatch.
Oh, I feel bad for the underage fans.
It's past their bedtime anyway.
And on that happy note.
Major day I don't miss. That is Kyle
Pussy.
the Sniper.
And that's Shaggy down there.
Mr. Wobble Wobble. And we're Jabronis United, and we are out of here.
Stay humble, folks, like I try to.